Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning. This is Sam Dosa with my co-host Jennifer on Believe in Business. This show is all about bringing amazing and incredible individuals to share their knowledge about business, about the journey. And today we have a privilege of inviting Dr. Eva Brown to our platform. We will be introducing her very shortly. I would like to share about our vision. Our show is designed to provide a resource of learning and inspiration for business owners who are passionate about their business and want to make a difference in the world. My co-host, an amazing lady, Jennifer Human White. She's known as the Emotional Freedom Specialist. She is an intuitive business coach and EFT master practitioner who loves to work with creative, inspired men and women who are passionate about doing what they love and making a difference in the world. She supports her clients to get clear on their vision for their life as well as their business, and she helps them to raise their game from where they are now to beyond where they want to be. So welcome everybody.
Fantastic, Sam. Thank you so much for that introduction. And sorry about me sort of dipping out because I had my phone still on. So I've just put that on silent because everybody wants to try and get hold of me. So thank you so much, Sam. And I want everybody to meet Sam, my wonderful co-host. Now, Sam's a highly successful business and personal coach who specializes in helping his clients avoid burnout. Now, since 2002, Sam has been recognized as one of the UK's top trainers and coaches, and he started his own journey of transformation and quickly realized that his dharma, or purpose in life, was to be able to help people avoid burnout and motivate them to feel their potential. Sam works with individuals and major companies, and he is a motivational speaker, business coach, and now founder of Chai with Sam, and also he's the co-host of this fantastic show, Believe in Business, where we are helping to promote passion in business. And I cannot wait to introduce our amazing guest, Dr. Eva Eagle Brown. Now, I know Eva from, must be about 3-4 years ago. I've been watching her progress and watching her since I came across her. She's such an inspirational woman, and I'm so glad and we are so honored to have her on our show tonight because she's a wealth of information. She's well connected. She's such an motivational speaker. So I'm just going to read a little bit of her bio, and as we go through the show this evening, we'll probably dip into some more of her achievements. But this is just a little snapshot to start off with. She's a highly successful businesswoman, business mentor, author, and motivational speaker. And she's coached entrepreneurs, CEOs, business leaders, writers, as well as people who have lost their way. Now, she's guided them to greater significance and to greater self-esteem. Her purpose in life is not just wealth and fame, but rather identifying what really inspires you deep down. So, without further ado, can we say hi to Dr. Eva Brown? Hi, Eva.
Hello. Hi, Jennifer. Thank you for having me. I feel honored and I'm really humbled to be here.
Oh my gosh, we're so blessed to have you. So what we're going to do is ask you a few questions, and I think you've got a really amazing topic for our viewers tonight, which is your seven principles of success in today's business world. So a bit later on, you can delve into that, and I've got my pen and my paper, and I'm going to take some notes.
Pen and paper, guys. Make sure you have them ready to jot down the notes, because it's really important that we write things down. I really believe that writing things down is really important. I mean, I have books all the time because when you write it down, your memory kind of connects sometimes, but sometimes you get that aha moment by writing down. So get your ready.
Absolutely fantastic. So I've got some of our pet, I call them pet questions that we normally ask people. So can you just outline a bit of your, I mean, for example, have you always had a passion for business? Because this program's all about promoting passion for business. So tell us a little bit about how you got to be in business, and have you always been passionate about it?
Do you know what? That's an amazing question. And I think I'm one of the persons who's always been entrepreneurial without realizing it. And I think it started when I was about 12 years old, growing up in Jamaica where we didn't have much to eat. And so my mother would send me to the market to sell mangoes. I was resourceful, and my entrepreneurial spirit came out of being resourceful. So I was selling since I was a child. And I think out of that, I had an innate ability to sell. It was selling. And then I realized I harnessed that. And now I'm walking into a very passionate business venture that I'm carrying all over the world. And I went to study further after I recognized that sales was a strong thing for me, that I loved selling and marketing, and I love interacting with people. And I've really just coined those things that I knew from a child into what I do today. And so it feels like every day I'm playing.
Oh my gosh. And that's one of my things is all, you know, when you do work that you love, it's not like work at all. It's like it's hard play, not hard work. So that's my thing. Fabulous. And you talk about your studying. So you've got not one but 2 MBAs, and you have a degree, a doctorate, and it's like, what? And you have children, and what is going on?
But I failed English and math in high school.
What?
I did, yeah. I failed English and math. Yes, Sam, I did. I failed English, I failed math. I was never an academic. But you know, Jennifer and Sam and those who are listening, I'm really passionate about education, because it was the passport for me out of poverty. And it was the passport that I used to really, I suppose, launch who I am today on. So I didn't have math and English, and so I always seem to be, I think you crave that which you don't have more than anything else. And so I craved it. I felt like it added that extra security because my parents had nothing else. And so it is what I stand on today. My education is what really I stand on, because it is all I really had at one place in my life.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. And I think education is so important.
Indeed.
So,
education is quite a to everybody's success. And I'm being a proud father of 3 girls, and I can imagine educating them is my mission. Not only my daughters, but you know, all those who are going to be connecting with me. I'm trying to help them as much as I can.
Nice. I like that. I wanted to say though that, and I teach this to people, because formal education is amazing, but there are other routes, right? There are other routes to becoming great entrepreneurs without having a master's, without having a PhD. And so I don't want us to lose that, because some people that are watching may never have a bachelor's, may never have a master's, but are they really good marketers? Are they really good project managers? Yes. And so mine was just formal education, because at the time it's all I knew, but there are several other routes to business and being successful at it without having a PhD or a master's degree. And I just didn't want us to lose that.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. So if that's the case, then why take your master's, or why take your PhD? What was that, for your own purpose, or was that like, why did you do that then? If they're not that important in terms of the business journey?
They are important. In my case, my first degree was a scholarship. So I was working in corporate Jamaica, and I was working for Digicel at the time, and they paid for it. So evidently it was professional and personal development. So I was going to take that. And then when I got the first degree, I then realized that I wanted to do a master's, purely because I felt at the time that I hadn't found my way. And I'm somebody who likes to have options. I believe that having options and contingency plans as a business person is really important. So you need to have a contingency that if this marketing and sales plan doesn't work, what is your alternative for meeting your bottom line and being responsible to your stakeholders? So doing my first master's was exactly that. It was a case of wanting to have a contingency plan for myself, because I do think that education is important. And although at the time I wasn't doing business, I needed to have it. I felt like I needed it. It's one of those things I needed to have that cushion. And that's why I did it in the first place.
Fantastic, fantastic.
On this one, especially when you talk about, doing one degree and having another degree, do you think that the market is saturating right now for our children, where they have to have not only one, couple of more degrees to have to sustain themselves, because especially the artificial intelligence, which is making a very big impact right now?
Yes, I really believe that nowadays a PhD is a normal thing. I mean, PhDs are normal. I mean, you have 25 years old, year old people with PhDs. I think academics have become really competitive, and so you just find that our children have to raise the bar a little bit higher because they are competing with the best of the best. But I also believe in doing that. I believe that rather than trying to get 2 or 3 masters or 2 PhDs or whatever, what we need to be having is emotional intelligence, because that is the next thing that most CVs are going to want in the next 5 years. It's going to be a criterion on CVs, emotional intelligence. So we need to be teaching our children to, yes, be educated, but also slipping some emotional intelligence, because unfortunately it's becoming very en vogue. I hope I answered what you're looking for.
Yeah. I mean, Sam is, I think he's a bit of an expert on emotional intelligence in your work, aren't you, Sam?
Yes, I'm delivering a webinar on the 4th of April about emotional intelligence plays the vital role in your personal and professional life. So awesome. That's also one of the area. And I'm also a psychometric assessor for emotional intelligence at work. So
awesome. So if you could send me the details for that, that would be really nice. I could share it with my tribe and see if I'm available. I'll connect, because I really believe that emotional intelligence has become the thing. There was a time when it was a DISC theory. Anybody remember that? The DISC theory, it was DISC.
Yeah.
It was, it had to know the DISC theory. Now we're talking about emotional intelligence. And I call them, these items have become like technology. There's always another one. So we have to keep very up to date and current.
Exactly. Yeah, we're all evolving. Everything's an evolution. You have to keep moving and going forward. So if you could just outline, like, say, get into the meat of everything now. So if you can outline your 7 principles for business. I mean, what are your business accolades? I mean, I know we've got the your PhD and masters, but what is your business? And then talk about your 7 principles. Yeah.
Awesome. So I'm Dr. Ava Eagle-Brown, and I'm a life, book, and business strategist. And I've got to slip it in because I'm the author of this very amazing bestseller, The Mango Girl, that is going to become a film and a documentary real soon. So watch out for that. So I'm really about helping people to initially, and the core of my business is about helping you get unstuck in your mind, because clustering, dovetailing, all of that into saying to you that if you are in business and you don't have a book, then you're leaving money on the table. So I really help people to say a book is not just a story like my story. If you are teaching about emotional intelligence, if you're teaching about how to be strong and firm as a leader, then if you're going to speak and coach and train, and then you're going to walk away, everybody might not buy your £5,000 product, but everybody may buy a book. So I teach people the power of understanding the value of having a book. And I say this to my clients, and some of them are watching right now. I can see them from Canada and Florida and everywhere. Hi, Sophia. Hi, guys. I teach my clients that if somebody's asking you something 3 times, that's my rule. If I get asked the same thing 3 times, then it's time to write a book, make a product, because obviously there's a demand. So I'm really about teaching you to use the resources in your hands to come up with your own business. And most times we don't have the money in the bank, but we all have a story. We all know to do something. And I use books to start businesses. I scale and grow and I speak. And that's really in a nutshell who I am, that girl who is all about the power of the mind, resourcefulness to scale and grow your business. That's what I do.
Fantastic. I mean, that's a really a unique angle for it to come from to grow your business as well. I've actually got 3 books that I've been using as ebooks, and every time people are saying you should have these published, you should have them as published. So, you know, maybe I could do something with them.
I think, and the reality is that, you know, I oftentimes say to people, and I'm glad my clients are here because I say this all the time, and guys, please share this, share this, share this, share this. I sometimes end up in places that my feet have never walked because my books have gone there. So for example, this week I have a conversation with the government because somebody in the government read my story. I've never met her, but she felt I was impactful enough to want to invite me to speak to the women in government in that particular country. So it proves my point that a book will go to places and open doors for you that your feet may never walk. And it's money that I get a check from Amazon every now and then for my book. Sometimes I don't even remember it, but more so it's a new business card for me. So I hardly get business cards anymore. You want to know who I am? I send you the QR code for my book and you find out about it's a marketing tool.
Excellent. That's a good idea. And I love the analogy of your book goes where your feet have never been, sort of thing. And that's so cool. I love that.
Awesome.
Great. Fantastic. So if anybody's actually watching our broadcast and would love to share, invite some of their friends to come in and have a look at that, please do. And I believe we have some comments already. Sam, have we got any comments for Eva?
Yeah. So we have comments from Sophia saying believe in business, and also Nikasha saying that yes, agree, emotional intelligence is necessary, and a lot of people are actually agree with Dr. Eva Brown about the book has make a significant difference on their life. And just wanted to ask you, Dr. Eva, about your book. Is that a book can be utilized as a workshop if somebody wants to use your book as a workshop for themselves, or is there any exercises in your book?
So that's an amazing question. So my book, as it is now, has got it's not for a workshop, but I can use it to teach workshops. But there are very thought-provoking questions in there that I'm now in the middle of removing, purely because I'm speaking to a major publisher who the literary agent has decided, they decide how they want it to be. But yes, at the moment, there are a lot of thought-provoking questions and very introspectively, questions like, have you ever been there? Can you identify to this? What have you done? Because I really wanted it to be more of a self-help, autobiographical kind of a book. But now I'm having to change the angle. So what I have done with my book is, and if you go to my website, you'll see that, is I've created 3 programs from my book. One is called Awakening, Answering the Call to Your Life's Purpose. That came out of my book. The other one was Skyrocket Your Self-Esteem, which is also out of my book. You see the power of a book. So I teach you how to create courses from your book. And the other one is Leap into Significance, which is exactly what my book did for me. Before my book, nobody knew who I was. I was still this very vivacious, powerful, courageous, unapologetic leader, but nobody knew me. But the moment I did this, the world knew my name. I was speaking on stage with Hollywood stars. I'm featured in the Financial Times. I'm in the Guardian. I'm all over the place, but nobody knew about me until I did this. So there is so much power in a book and a story. And I really stand on that. I think I just did a workshop 2 weeks ago called Your Book is Your Hook, because that's my story. It's my book that brought me to the world. And I'm running that again, as well as Book Marketing 101, because so many people have it, but don't know how to market it. So yeah, I believe in the power of a book. Power to the book. That's me.
Yes, indeedy. And I love reading as well. One of my things is I'm always in a book, always reading, and knowledge is one of my high values. Freedom, knowledge, and passion. They're all my high values. So when is that happening?
Leaders, Jennifer, readers are leaders. That's the reality.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when is your course happening? Your book is your hook.
So
You said that's
I'm having one. I'm having one. It's a marketing one. It's book marketing, really. I just give that nice name. I have one that's coming up the 1st of May. Actually, it's an online course, and I'm enrolling for that now. So if you have a book or you're thinking of writing, because the biggest problems I find with book and authors is that people wait for the book to come out to have a strategy and a marketing plan. Wrong. You need to have it before you even start writing. So I'll be teaching people the strategies of how to market that book. If you have it already, fantastic. If you're thinking about writing it, even better. And that starts the 1st of May.
Fantastic. Fabulous. Thanks for that. So can we have our 7 principles now, please?
Of course you can. So guys, first of all, these are the 7 principles according to Dr. Ava Brown. This is how I use it. This is what I believe in. This is how my business operates. The first thing I believe that needs to happen is that you must believe in your own idea so crazily that so number 1, believe in your idea passionately, because when everybody else will if you throw the idea out to everybody, and we have sounding boards and think tanks and all kinds of things, people may discourage you if you are not firmly grounded and believing in that idea. So my first business successful principle is that when everybody else around you won't believe in your idea, you must believe in it so hard, so much that nobody can detract you from it. The second principle for me is that you must find people who have done it well and get them to either mentor you, coach you. You need accountability partners. You need a coach or a mentor. I cannot stress to you guys, which I know you already know, the power of having a coach or a mentor. I will not buy clothes, and I will save that money to invest in myself, because when people can coach you and hold your hand and show you the way because they've been there, there is so much magic behind that. My third principle, and this is just my way, is that once you've decided you're going to have an idea, you're going to get coach and mentors to coach you and train you, you need to understand that you need to have a solid foundation for growing your business. So I'm not going to go into the whole business plan. That's standard. But once you start it, what foundation do you have? And for me, that foundation has 2 strands. Number 1 is document system. How do you document your business? How do you document it? What are the software you're using? How are you registering yourself? Where do you put your documents? What type of documents do you have? And we can go into that further at a different time. The next one, how do you measure it? You need to have measurement. What are your KPIs? And so many people are running businesses and they have no key predictive indicator. They don't know where to go. So how do you measure? Is it profitable? Does it need scaling? Is it growing? How do you measure any of that? My other thing is, once you've done the believe in your idea, you get the mentor, the coach, and you are building the foundation for growth, there's no business that survives without effective sales and marketing. I believe that it is better to not have a great Mac in your office and have a regular PC, but you have a good sales and marketing team. I really believe in that. I believe that you don't have to have the best gadgets, but you need a strong sales and marketing team. And I'm going to elaborate on that because there are very few ideas that are not already out there. So you are competing in a pond. I was having a conversation with somebody today, and I think he's on this call, and he said to me that Africa is the only place on earth at the moment that certain ideas are not yet replicated, and he's correct. So for you to operate outside of markets that is not Africa, you have to find a way to disrupt the market, right? And that is going to be effective marketing, effective sales. So that's one of my other tips. Another tip I have is that once you're operating, how do you upskill? You must upskill yourself. And I find a lot of people are saying that they're business coaches and mentors, and they're all these things, but they are not upskilling themselves. They are not reading. They are not networking. They are not collaboration. How are you going to be in the know if you are not upskilling? The other one for me is that you must set goals and have a plan to achieve them. It is so important. So how much do you want to make next quarter? Where do you want to be expanding your business to? What are your business goals? Because it can't just be to keep operating at the same level. So for example, right now in my business, I am launching my own university because it is the next level for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going on tour. It is the next level for me. I'm about to launch my talk show. You know, it's the next level. So how do you plan to achieve the goals? How do you plan to grow and expand? And my last business plan is don't be afraid to fail. Failure is stepping stone to success. But more importantly, I want you to quote me on this. Failure is feedback. Failure is feedback. And those are my 7 success principles. They're what I live by. And that's just how it works for me. That's how I feel. Those are the things that I really focus on. And you asked me to choose 7. Those are the main 7 for me personally.
Fantastic. That's I mean, are you getting an echo?
No, I'm not.
No, I'm getting the echo. Sorry. So they're really powerful, very, very powerful points and principles. And I love the one, I mean, we all, especially as us coaches, not all know about the setting goals and making a plan. But Stephen Covey really, in his book, the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, he talks about spending a lot of time on planning and goal setting and, you know, getting it all right. And then from there, you always have something to come back to and bounce off. Once you really hone your plan and get that right, and, you know, at least get it, because you don't have to, it doesn't have to be perfect, because you're always having to be tweaking and flowing and ebbing because of life and, you know, love in the universe. Things happen, yeah, but at least if you have something to start with, then you can tweak it. Good is good enough. Get it out there and tweak as you go along. So yeah, that's really, yeah.
I teach my clients, and me, I'm very flawed. I say to my clients all the time, don't strive for perfection. Strive for, you know, the results. You know, it's not perfection. We're not seeking perfection. You know, look at the results, look at trying. So do not go out there and try and say, oh my God, it's got to be perfect. And some of us are standing in our own way because we're waiting for it to be perfect. Out is better than perfect. Done is better than perfect. When I started, I was so imperfect. I'm still very imperfect, but I kid you not, I'm making impact. So I'm so glad I took the bold step to step out in my imperfection. And I've been able to impact so many lives. So I teach my clients, stop waiting on perfection. It will never happen.
Oh, fabulous. That's such a truism, honestly. So let's have a look at more. Sorry, have you got a question, Sam?
I wanted to talk about the principle too, which you actually mentioned about finding a coach and a mentor. I think I will not say that's very key to people who have passion to achieve their goals, because without having a mentor and a coach, you will succeed to a certain extent, but with him or her, you will go to the highest level in your idea or in your business or in your personal life, because we always seem to understand that, oh, I can do it myself, but that is for a certain extent, but you can't go further than that. What do you reckon?
Sam, that's a great point, because here's how I'm going to sum it up for you. You cannot see the picture when you're in the frame.
Yes.
So you can't. I mean, you can't see it because you're in the frame. And because you're in the frame, so let me give you an example. I've spent a lot of money on coaching in the last, I've only been doing this business 3 years in this year. And people are like, really? Yes, really. Because my coaches have been very good in strategically teaching me how to scale the ravine, teaching me how to do big, badass, bold things that are going to make me stand out and are going to give me the greatest impact. And even with my own clients, I do the same thing. So I have clients that I coach now who've been coaching for 8 years, and they still haven't been able, when they come to me, they've not been able to scale and get to where they want to go to. So I have a principle. I believe you can do it quick, fast, and in a hurry and still do it well. But that's what coaching does. Coaching helps you jump. Now, I've had coaches who have seen things in my own business that I couldn't see. For example, I have an annual event called Purpose Walk. And it was my coach who said, tell me what you want to do. And I was just telling her, do. And she's like, have you ever thought of having an event called Purpose Walk? No. But I couldn't see that because she can see, she has insight, and her passion is not my passion. What the coach is a strategic person having a bird's eye view of your business concepts and your passion. And they help to bring that into light and help you to launch sometimes and implement and grow. And anybody who wants to grow needs to have somebody. The presidents have mentors, right? The presidents have coaches. You might not see them to the forefront, but some of the biggest, Tony Robbins and all those big people, they have people who are mentoring them. So here's my thing. If the best of the best are having coaches and mentors, and they're making impact and they're making money and they're changing lives, why would I sit there and not want to have one?
Mm-hmm. That is so true. People actually don't understand the concept of coaching because they think it's like you have to push people and poke them and it's all about seeing the vision in that person, seeing the genius in that person, and them being an inspiration to you. I like to work with people who are already inspired. They inspire me to work with them, so that it's like, oh, wow, you've got this amazing thing going on. I can see your genius. I want to work with you, rather than somebody who's a bit mediocre. You have to push them and poke them, and they can't actually see that in themselves. It's so much easier to work with someone who's inspired. And then you've got the accountability, which is the magic ingredient, because no matter how much you are inspired yourself, as human beings, we love to dodge our own goalposts. It's like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, or maybe I'll do it next week. Or maybe I won't do it at all. But if you've got a coach or somebody to be accountable, oh, you've got to answer to this person. Oh my God, I haven't done this. And it's not about telling the person off. It's more about, okay, let's examine this. And nobody wants to look bad in front of someone else. They always want to be, oh, look, teacher, look what I've done. I've done this thing, So having a coach and the accountability, the mentorship and the accountability is the magic ingredient. So yes, so thanks for endorsing that as well.
I have a different view on one of the things you've said. Everything you said is amazing. Me personally, I have the middle people who are what you just said, kind of the people in the middle are dilly-dally, and they can't see the dream. And this is what I love about working with those people, is that there are some people who you have to hold the dream for as a coach until they can see it for themselves. You have to hold the vision. And probably because I come from the place that I come from, that I shouldn't be the girl having this conversation because of where I'm from, my background. I shouldn't be having this conversation. But because somebody could see the vision for me and held it, and those were my 2 high school teachers, they saw something in me I didn't see myself. So they held that for me until I was old enough and able enough to see. So today, I'm really passionate about holding vision for people until they can. It's like passing the torch over to them when they can see themselves.
Yeah, but they're the ones that inspire you. They actually inspire you. This is what I'm talking about. They inspire, even if they can't see it themselves, they inspire you. It's like, oh, wow, I can see this and I'm going to hold this. So yeah, so well done. Fabulous. So any more questions, Sam? Have we got?
In regards to
actually, let's
I was just going to ask you to talk about her because a lot of people are saying that about I'm going to put all the 7 principle one by one afterwards as well. I'm going to replay them on the screen as well for people to write it down, or also going to share them on the comment so people can write it down while I'm going to compose it. For in meanwhile, because the final the 7th of your people are using so many processes. When you talk about the processes, are you referring to the having to have a CRM? Are you talking about having to have a sort of a MailChimp or something like that? What you referring to those processes?
I'm talking about your entire. So here's the thing, and you guys know this, and some of my clients are on here, and they know this because I'm teaching them this. You have to have a back office, right? So people see the front of the business. So for example, to get this interview done, we had to do some back office work. So
Correct.
A lot of people are falling down, and I was like that in my first year of business. We don't have the back office together, right? So we put on the makeup and we look really pretty, but then we don't funnel it anywhere. And Nikisha, you're on here. I talk about funneling. Sophia, I talk about that all the time. Where are you funneling people to? So where are you going to nurture? How are you going to have automation? What are your accounting systems? You know, all of those back office stuff are what I'm referring to, because the mechanics of the business is really the back office. And so it's everything that you need, from your computer to your CRM, to your automation, to your bank. I mean, everything, all of it needs to happen for you to have a smooth flow. And can't list them all here, but there are a lot, and they change every day because so much goes on. But that's what I'm referring to. I mean,
Excellent.
a new one is Messenger. Facebook Messenger has become this marketing tool, right? It's a crazy one, but it's a new tool. So all of those things is, how do you keep on top of it? You know, your PA, your team, all of that is part of your processes, in my opinion.
Absolutely. We know this. Fabulous. Can I just ask you something about your ambassadorship for Evolve and your charity work? Yes. And tell us a bit more about that, because that's like a business in itself, isn't it?
Yeah, so I'm no longer with Evolve now, purely because I am now focusing on doing my own foundation, which is, I can't speak a lot about it. But I was telling you guys earlier, so I work for Evolve as an ambassador for homelessness. It's a very big passion of mine. I was a homeless teenager in Jamaica, and homelessness is dear to my heart because, you know, when you grow up in poverty, when you're impoverished and you see people who, you come to England, you see the basic things that are just so normal, but for you, they were not in existence. And so I wanted to get involved in community work that had value, immediate value to people. So I would be doing soup kitchens. I'd be going to train for free. And this is why I tell people, I'm going to talk about this, that when you come into my diary, you come to pay to play, because I do a lot of charity work. Yes, pay to play. My clients know that word. You pay to play because I do charity outside. So I'm really heavily involved in giving back through homelessness, anything to do with education. My newest giving back and charity work is, I'm working with a young man from Jamaica. And I won't go into the details because it's very sensitive, but he was about to go into crime and he heard my story on radio. So it was an interview just like this, and somebody was talking about me. Once again, they were talking about my book. I was in England. They were in Jamaica talking about my book. My book was reaching an audience I hadn't even intended for it to reach. So I've got a 21-year-old son now. He calls me mom, that I took away from crime by listening to my story. And I'm now helping him to start a farm. And I have a bigger plan to use him as an example to turn communities around. And I won't dive into that right now, but there's a bigger project behind the scenes that I'm going to use him, because that was me. That boy was me. When I was a teenager, that was me just wanting books to go to school. He just wants farm supplies. So I'm really heavy in charity and watch this space. It's something that I believe that as businesses, we have a corporate social responsibility, and we may take it in different avenues, but ultimately we have one goal.
Absolutely, to change the world in some shape. And we have that autonomy to be able to do that, because it doesn't seem like politicians or religious leaders seem to be able to have that as their agenda. But as individuals, and even some bigger businesses, if they have that as let's spread our love through our work, and it ripples out to communities, families, communities, countries, and then the world. Yeah, fantastic. Well done, you. You're doing so much. I mean, how do you find, and you have children, so how do you find the time to, Yes, indeed. How many children do you have?
I've got 2, and I mean, see, this is how I do it, though. You see, my brain is cray cray, and cray cray for me is mean crazy. So because I find single parent a juggle, I'm doing an anthology called the Single Parent Diary. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm resourceful. So like how you've asked me the same question everybody asks, Ava, how do you do it? And I thought, oh, that's a business. That's a book. I've been asked it more than 3 times. So I'm looking for single parents to come and share their stories in my anthology, because everybody asks me, baby, how do you do it?
Yeah.
So I'm going to show you how to do it and invite others to come and show how we do it.
Come and do it as well. That's another business.
Do it through understanding that I will never find balance. So this is another business tip that I got from Lisa Nichols.
Yeah, I believe that.
Balance is a myth, but harmony is a must. What do I mean by that? When I'm with my children, is the quality time I spend with them. So just before I came on here, I was watching Dyna-Truck. I don't like Dyna-Truck, but my son loves it. So I was dedicated to watching it with him. I was fully present. No Facebook, no internet, no nothing. And then after that, I had a meeting. So I made sure that when I was in that 30-minute window, it was just him. So balance is a myth. We will never find it. We'll always be juggling, but find harmony. And that's what I do. When I'm very specific on my plan. I've got my diary. I put everything in my planner. My PA understands that Saturdays are for my son to go riding, Sundays rugby. And I scale my time because I have to. Time is my most valuable asset in my business. And because it's my most valuable. And this is why I tell people that I don't have a lot of time to just come and have coffee. It's not disrespectful. It's not the best use of my time if I cannot sometimes prejudge where we're going, because time is all we have.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, and it's being intentional and being focused, being and getting things done and not being distracted by social media and everything else, that the next shiny object. Just have you. And again, it comes down to being with a coach or a mentor that holds you accountable to what you say you're going to be doing. When you got that person on your back saying, okay, where is it? What have you produced? What was your intention? And it's not been done because you've been on social media for 3 hours. It's like it makes you feel bad. So therefore you get into the habit of not doing that anymore. I
don't have that problem. I'm very disciplined. And another thing, probably bonus number 8 is discipline. So I work from home, right? And my daughter says, Mommy, I'm disciplined. I come to Facebook and I see Facebook as my shop window. That's how I see it. I come, I do my business. I may just play around with some people, but I'm out because you have to be intentional. So right now, my coach just inboxed me. I can see her inboxing me. Oh my God. She just inboxed me and she's telling me about our schedule. But I've got a new coach, and I also believe that one coach cannot offer you all your needs. I have a new coach right now, and she's really intense. But I need intense because I'm scaling, right?
Yeah.
But you have to understand social media will drag you in, so you have to become disciplined enough to take what you want, give what you want, and remove yourself from it.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. You're really bringing down some juicy stuff, some juicy nuggets for us today, Ava. And thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
So
let's would like to ask you this question about failure, because that's your principle number 7. And I say failure is the new buzzword for entrepreneur who are in business. They shouldn't be thinking that failure is something which they will take it and they will start moaning about it. I'll say it's a buzzword. People should be taking it on your chin and then say, okay, what's next? How I'm going to be getting to the next level while failing the first one? When is going to be my next failure? So I learn more what I have actually not learned the last failure.
Yes. Failure is feedback. Like, I believe that failure is saying to you, you didn't do something, you missed something, you didn't do due diligence, you didn't sign an NDA, you didn't listen to your inner soul, you did not get a coach, you didn't get a mentor. Failure is saying to you, you need to step back, evaluate, fix, learn the lessons, and go again. Failure is stepping stones to success. I have failed so many times, and I continue to fail, and I will fail, but I'm failing my way forward higher, and that is what it is. And so the difference between somebody like me and somebody like some people who fail is that when I fail, I don't stay there and think, oh my God, I just failed. No. I was like, okay, Ava, what's the lesson here? So let me share this with somebody. I just lost a huge sum of money in my business. And I was talking to a girlfriend this morning, and she's like, how are you not upset? My daughter was like, Mommy, you're not crying. Mommy, are you okay? I am perfectly okay, because I can now, it had to happen for me to realize what I did not do right.
That is so key. Yeah.
It's teaching me I didn't listen to my heart. I didn't listen to my intuition. I was getting all the red flags and I didn't listen. So it's saying, Ava, feedback, girlfriend, hello, you did not listen. So now the feedback I'm getting, and I don't need anybody to tell me, because I know what they are, is that you need to do this, 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 this. So now on that same business, I'm back on track, but the difference how I approach it is different because I have the feedback to go forward. And so we have to learn from failure. It is crucial that you learn.
Yeah, I call it burning and learning. You go through. It's like my mom. She always says you have to go through fire to make steel, and and it's like you have to do the burning and then you learn. Yeah, so that's exactly it. And there is no burning and learning. Yes, it's like there's nobody. Richard Branson, Tony Robbins, all the big guns. None of them. They have failed over and over and over again, and they keep going and keep going. And it is the lesson. The lesson is the learning is in the burning. So yeah, fantastic.
I love it.
Oh my gosh. So what can you say one of the biggest failures, apart from the one you just mentioned, was that the biggest failure? Or is there a failure that you can say, hey, that was the one that really burnt me, and you know what, I've really learned?
That one's a big, that one would have had some people commit suicide. That one, but you see, I'm going to link this to my story now. Had I not been through my journey and grab all the minerals from the struggles and the lessons learned, I wouldn't know which umbrella to take out now. Let me just, did you get that? So through failing, you learn skills and strategies of how to cope with stuff. Had this been a newcomer to business, or somebody who hadn't been on my journey of struggle and hunger and frustration and all the things I've been through, and being held up and raped at gunpoint, and just my resilience, and somebody who hasn't been through courage under fire, they probably would have died. And that's the truth. But because of my experience, I was prepared for a time as this. So although it's my biggest failure so far, nobody would even know it's been happening, because I'm like, okay, cool, no problem, let's move on, next. And I'm moving on next, because I have the tools and the strategies to deal with it. So it is my biggest one. And I've handled it surprising even to myself in a way that I'm thinking the only thing I did was so I'm really health conscious in the last year. And the only thing I did was I started kind of like binge eating a lot of sweet things. That's how I dealt with it. But I didn't cry, I didn't shout, I didn't scream, I didn't like, oh my God, what did I do? Because I understand that I have the ability to make it back and make it better. Yeah,
a friend of mine did that. He lost £4 million on a particular deal, and I said, "Oh my God, how are you still smiling?" He said, "Well, I did it once, I can do it again. I've still got the skills. It's not the wealth is in your skills and your knowledge and your network. It's not about the actual money itself. It's like, you know, you got more than your wealth is more than the money, basically." And that's what he's trying to say. Yeah,
you can take away my money, you can take away my house, take away my car. Don't touch my kids. But once here, this mindset, you can take it. So it means that materially you can take away those things, but I've got it here to build again. So think about when Hurricane Katrina came, how it destroyed, but they could rebuild because they have the soil and the resources. So I believe that if you made the 4 million, you can make it again. Let's move on.
It's actually gone on and made double that, in excess of double that anyway. So yeah, it's all about your mindset. So fantastic. Oh my God, this has been an absolute joy to be speaking to you. Okay, so Sam, have you got any more questions?
Well, besides me asking me questions to her, I would like to ask you, Dr. Eva, about what are your offering to the community right now? What you would like to offer to our participant who has been on our show today? Would you like to offer any your precious time to help them to their journey and how they can connect with you with your upcoming courses as well?
Thank you. So I have a few things coming up. I have a live audience on June the 2nd for Sister Hold My Hand in London. I opened the gates only yesterday to free tickets, and the free tickets all went. So now the early bird is $19.99, and I can drop the link here for you guys to see it later. But I'm also having my book Marketing 101, which is your book out of your hook, on the 1st of May. It's an online program, and it's only aimed at 5 people. I don't want a lot of people because I want to be very laser and making sure it's impactful. But then I'm also giving away some time in my diary because I really believe that sometimes we are afraid of what we don't know. Sometimes we have an idea and we are thinking, I'm not so sure, I'm not good enough. So are you stuck in your mind in a rut? Are you having that business idea that you're just struggling with? Are you in business and not sure how to scale and grow? Are you thinking about how do I move to the next level? Or do you want to write a book? And so all of those things we can address in my diary. So I'm giving away half an hour in my diary, and I do charge £500 an hour. So half an hour in my diary is £250. So I'm giving away a few slots this week for on this this program for people who have are new to my community. So it's for new people. So I know that a lot of my clients are hanging out on this call. I can see them right there. It's not for you guys. It's for the new audience who want to have a taster and a conversation, and then hopefully I can see if I can serve and help, and we can take it from there. So I think you guys have my diary. We can drop the link here at some point, and I'll drop the links for the events, and we can take it from there.
Fabulous.
Excellent.
Fabulous. You're so generous and just so on point. It's just incredible. I've learned so much tonight. So yes, I'll probably take one of those slots.
There you are.
Thank you very much.
Fantastic.
Thank you. It was been honored to have you on our platform, Believe in Business, promoting business in passion in business. I will be putting down all your 8, not 7, 8 principles, which you have shared with us. Yeah, on the comment feed. And thank you, everybody who has joined us today to listen to an amazing and incredible lady, Dr. Eva Eagle Brown, who shared her story and shared 8 principles of business in business. And also everybody who have been courageous to take on board this 8 principles will be successful, indeed successful in their life and in their business. And giving us this opportunity to bring her on, and looking forward to getting more from you for our community and your success in your endeavors, what you are doing with your foundation, with your journey, with your work, amazing things you are actually giving to the world, back to the world, as a soul, which is a pure and a spirit soul you have, and supporting those who are in need of need of you, and encouraging those people who needs your support and guidance. So we are very humble, and Jennifer and I been on the journey as well to help a lot of people with our experience as well, and we were humbled to have you on and especially on Bank Holiday Monday.
Bank holiday, yes, indeed. So
precious day you spend with the family and friend, and you spend your entire hour with us. we are very, very humble about it. Thank you very much. Really, really, thank you very much.
I'm very honored and humbled to be here. I think I never take anybody's platform lightly. And I think it's just a very decent business principle that you never take anybody's platform lightly. So I'm humbled that you chose me, and that you chose me, and I was able to say yes. And if ever I can serve you guys, please do let me know. It's my honor to have been here. And I thank you. It takes a courageous business person to put somebody else on their platform. It takes confident business people to be able to share. And so I am humbled and appreciative that it was me today.
Oh, bless you, bless you. Thank you so much. It was a bit of a, oh my gosh, Dr. Ava Brown, shall I ask her? Shall I ask her? The only thing I could do is either one or two answers, yes or no. And you said yes, and I thought yes. Oh, fantastic.
And I couldn't say no. I was like, I had to move a few things around. So, but here's the thing. It goes back to relationships, right?
Yes.
One of the things about business is that you have to maintain and respect and value relationships. So although we don't talk every day, we have a relationship. And so it was the relationship part of it. And a lot of us in business miss that piece. Number 9, we miss the relationship.
Oh my gosh, another one.
Out of relationship, I was able to say yes because Jennifer asked.
Oh, bless you. Thank you so much. And anybody who's actually watching this recording as well, watching it as a recording or on the show live, please do share this. This has been a really, really juicy, informative, inspirational, motivational interview. I mean, everything that you've come up with, you've delivered here, Ava, has been of a great use. So so thank you. And everybody, please share, please like, please love, and let the world know about Ava and what she's doing for humanity.
Well, when I show up like this. Everything I do with passion. I show up like this when I'm speaking on stage in front of 15,000 or 10,000. This is me in my truest self. I'm always like this powerhouse packed Duracell battery, but giving you the nuggets underneath. That's me.
Oh, fantastic. Bless you.
Please share with your link for your Amazon book as well, so we can actually put you onto this broadcast as well. And I will be sharing your 9 principle now to this interview. But if you get any more principle coming in, please do share with us. We would love to put it in.
Come back another time and do it.
That would be great. That'd be great. That'd be so cool. You could make a book. You can make a book. If Stephen Covey can have his 7 habits, you can have your 10 or 11, whatever principles.
I might just draw these together now and actually my secretary and say, can you get this? I probably will just do that. It's possible.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's your another
project. Some ideas.
I can whip that up in 30 days, I can write a book in 30 days. So and publish.
Wow.
I'm going to tweak my book now because I've got nine success principles, and I'm going to rejig everything. So fantastic. Okay.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure, and thank you everybody who has joined us today. And it has been very humble. We are very humble that all of you have actually joined us and watched this segment today, Believe in Business, with Sam and Jennifer. Thank you very much, and good evening to everybody. Bye for now.
Bye now. Namaste.